I am loving this thing thus far. I have gotten very little use out of it, so I will tell you that from the get-go. But I ended up getting a third function installed on the Kubota, the 3901, and that went pretty well. I actually love the install job that they've done, and I'm really liking this grapple. In the world of grapples, there are so many choices, and I took a ton of factors into consideration before I pulled the trigger on this one, and I'll give you a quick couple of thoughts on it. Now, this isn't a review yet. I am going to review this at some point, but this is just a discussion on this particular grapple, where I got it, why I got it. So this is a 55-inch grapple from Everything Attachments, and the thing that I liked most about this grapple is the weight and the design, because it's a mixture of both. The weight to me is very important because I don't have a monstrous tractor. It's a 3901. And that being said, the lift capacity out here on the for the loader, I'm running like 1,100 pounds. So I started researching. Primarily what I'm going to be using this for is, doing firewood, clearing brush, trucking brush, handling brush, and all that good stuff. But I want to be able to lift logs up, hold them, transport them, whether they be saw logs for the sawmill, or if they're just logs in general, holding them in place while I cut them up into blocks for firewood. So knowing my lift capacity, I wanted to see, I started doing some research online as far as, what's your typical 8'6" red oak log weigh? Like right around like 800 pounds, I want to say. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was that. And so I'm like, man, so if they're, say it's 800 to 900 pounds with variance, that's only on like less than a 9-foot log. I got nothing, like my capacity is going to be very limited. So, what do? Go out and buy a new tractor with 2,000 pound lift capacity? Is that an option? No, not at this point. So hence the choice to purchase a light attachment. So I started searching light attachments, right? So I see, these things. I found a really nice one, and it was 400 pounds. And I'm like, okay, so best case scenario, at 400 pounds, I can lift a 700 pound log. And I'm like, okay, and that's a decent log. Again, when I said the oak log, I missed a key factor in that. I looked up. There's a formula or calculator online. You enter the log species, you enter the diameter of that log, and then the length, and it totals out the weight for you. So in putting in some of my calculations, I went from like in a 16-inch in diameter log, I think, all the way to 22-inch in diameter, right? So 16 plus, that's when you're getting into veneer logs, and when, depending upon how you want to cut them, you're going to want them minimum 8'6" with trim, right? The 6 inches for trim. So again, it wasn't like any oak log. I think I measured maybe an 18-inch on one end and 20 or 22-inch on the other, and it came out to like 800 some odd pounds, 900 pounds for that log. That was important to me. So like capacity. Now, what I had found with these, the heavy duty 4, 6, 800 pound grapples, it's the added weight is down in towards the bottom when this is like, and everything, and actually everything being super reinforced, where you're gonna go into the ground and you're gonna be, you know, running into roots and ripping them apart and getting all crazy for that. And I don't really need that for this, you know, and I'm not gonna use it to like till the land, like back drag and do all that good stuff either. This for me is strictly log handling. So to get to the point, I purchased this model. This is a 55 inch. I was thinking, you know, wider from a standpoint of being able to see it, because I knew my spread, you know, it's kind of difficult to, you know, you know, you got to kind of crook your head to the side to kind of see what you're doing, or look down below. But that's what I was thinking. This is very visually, from a visual standpoint, it's pretty favorable. So more favorable than I thought it was going to be. So I'm happy that I got the 55 inch wide one, because again, the weight. This thing weighs 200 pounds. And you would think at 200 pounds that you're not going to get, you know, a ton of strength, but I got to tell you, the way this thing is engineered, and from my little use, again, I'm just like handling logs, I think this is a great way to go. Because again, this is log handling, brush handling, things of that nature. I'm not looking to rip into earth. And, you know, the way they, you know, they have these gussets in here and everything, like reinforcing everything, it just looks solid, and it's only 200 pounds. So those are some of the things that I thought about and I researched. It's, you know, what am I going to primarily be using it for, and, you know, what are advantages, disadvantages of each one. And the biggest advantage I saw that this had, and I didn't see anything really comparable to it online from a weight standpoint, while at the same time affording you like just a durable looking construction. Now, I say looking, I have not truly put this to the test. I've handled maybe 3 or 4 trees out in the field there, and I may, you know, try to dig some roots up and this and that and the other, and not get too crazy with it. I don't want to kill it. And the other thing that we have up here are rocks. Like, there's tons of rocks. So I got this to handle some larger rocks, and I just need to pick them and place them where I need to. I gotta tell you, it's all about first impressions, I guess, right? This is This is a very, very handy attachment, and it's pretty reasonable if you already have a third function. The attachment, again, it's a Grapple. It's a 55-inch Grapple from Everything Attachments. I get nothing from them. I don't get anything from anybody, so I shouldn't say that. I'm very blessed. But, you know, as far as sponsorships or anybody incentivizing me, that is not happening currently. This thing is going to save me a whole lot of work. This is going to save my back, and this is handy, and this is my first day with it. I think, you know, once I get down technique, and I already found something, you know, a little handy technique is grabbing it by the root ball, and then, you know, sawing off of that. That way you skip a step of dropping it and this and that and the other thing. So I love this thing already. This is a game changer for me. So, and not every tree that we take out, like I don't take them out in the excavator, and there's an episode soon to come what we're actually doing here, and I don't want to spoil that, but 90%, I don't want to say 90, probably 80%, no, probably 80%, 90% of the trees that I take out on the property won't have a root ball on them. So it kind of makes this easier. But this is for anybody who has a tractor, and this is like life-changing, I guess. This is going to save me a ton of work. I know I said that before, just a couple seconds ago. I like it so far. This is day one. It's held up. I haven't done anything reckless or crazy with it, which I suggest you don't do with any of your equipment. That's when things get super expensive. But this thing for $2,000, again, you need to have the third function. That's about $1,000. If you put it in yourself, you could probably get one for $500 or $600. Probably another $100 a hose. Maybe you're in for $7. I'm not, when it comes to mechanical stuff and hydraulic stuff, Mick is not it for that. But I highly, so far, and again, it's day one, and I will do a review. I'm going to give this thing a month or two, because I'm going to use it a whole lot within the next month or two. Kind of got to shut down now because I'm getting into mud. It's becoming a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day, but you know, the frost is coming out, it's thawing, and it's going to be a muddy mess if I continue down this road. So as much as I hate to, I got to call it quits. But yeah, this thing is a game changer. So yeah, get you one of these. If you guys like the stuff that we're doing here on this channel, if you could do me a solid, do Grace and I a solid, could you please like subscribe, share this with your friends, and like, comment, make any comments. Like, we get very few comments, we get very few likes, and we look at the data. And this isn't supposed to be a YouTube video, this is about the Grapple, but it's weird. The amount of people that are viewing our videos is crazy. There's a ton of you guys out there, and we appreciate you viewing our videos. That means we are adding something of value. So if you feel that the content that we're sharing is valuable to you, could you please, you know, subscribe, check this out. We're going to be doing tons of these videos similar to this, you know, doing the sap. We've got, you know, many things, the hogs when we get the feeder pigs, you know, fencing, all kinds of stuff. But we'll sit there, we'll have a video, and there's like 500 views, and we have like, well, we're blessed. We have 25 subscribers now, and it's official, we're just over a month in. So very thankful for everyone that has subscribed. But if you guys, you know, for those of you watching this, if you like it and share it, subscribe to it. All right? But as always, we appreciate all you guys, and as Grace would say, live the moment.